Happy Mother's Day to all those wonderful mothers out there who put up with hell. You wonderful people. I know why you're all here, because we need to talk about the current climate. What's happening now? The big C virus, because we don't want to call it what it is. We know what it is. But we're going to fight it, aren't we? Because we're a community that can do it. Right. But before I start, I just want to say a big thank you to our admin. Now, our admin are Andrew, Jeff, Adrian, Matthew, Jamie, Angie and Elaine. Angie and Elaine bring us the posts along with me and keep us all up to date with everything. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you very much. Without them, we couldn't do it. No? So, right, let's get started. We don't want to talk about it, do we? I'm Bob, let's keep what's on, but we don't want to talk about it, but we're going to have to talk about the big C virus. That wasn't a pun. Lots and lots of comments on the group. Absolutely loads. And the amount of people, stand-up people that are willing to help is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know, it started over a week ago with a friend of mine, Paul Roach, put a post on saying, I've got a week off work. Any vulnerable person, OAP, needs some shopping, needs a prescription, anything helping delivered, give me a shout. And that started the ball rolling. Well done, Paul. What a great man. He's got time off work and he's willing to do that. Also, one of our admins is doing it. Andrew Stockwell said, mate, he says, look, I believe he must work online to an extent. He says, all our websites are down, so I've got time on my hands. And he's doing the same. He says, I'll offer to help anybody. So, what a great start. That's in our community. Along with other things that people have offered, you know, I mean, Richardson's Fisheries at the end, they've put an hand wash cream place in Wonderwall. They said, anybody walking past wants to wash, it's great. I called in. It's there at the wall. Great. Because we all care. And I think this is going to bring the best out of everybody. Excuse me, it's just, I think this is going to bring the best out, and we're going to find out that people do really care. So put your comments down, we'll have a chat. Yeah? Right. Now everybody's saying what we're going to do with the spare time, what we're going to do. Oh, we're stuck in, we can't go out. I could do a takeaway, what about you? Correct. Now I know for a fact that there's a few that are doing takeaways. I can't mention them all, but I can mention but a few. I know that Aldo's, Rose and Crown, Packhorse, Pizza Shack, Eat, Dynasty, Grey Ox are all doing takeaways. The George decided to start out with it, but they decided they wanted to focus on the George, getting it ready for summer. And I do know that they truly care about the staff and they're thinking about what, you know, the right thing to do. Right. Next. Well, it's Saturday night. I think when it's Saturday night, yeah. Pubs, clubs, gyms, all went into lockdown, social lockdown. It was sad watching it happening. There was all told, no, you can't trade. So there goes the social life. But we've got to do it because we've got to be positive and get through this somewhere. Work as a community. I know the supermarkets have been putting statements out explaining what they are doing. Now, Tesco's statement was, as from the 19th of March, we will start to implement the following changes. To ensure more people have access to everyday essentials, we are introducing store-wide restrictions of 3 per customer on every product line and removing multi-buy products. That's Tesco's. Morrison's put a statement out saying from Monday, all Morrison's stores opening hours will be 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. to help the store team support and serve customers better during a difficult time. In addition, there will be an added slot 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. Monday to Saturday, specifically for all NHS workers to shop for vital supplies for themselves and their families when they are working extended hours. So they are moving on. It's not exactly what we all think. No one cares. They are, Fulton's, they've said, we politely ask our customers to help us to serve you. Please try to buy only what you need. Buying too much means others may struggle to get what they need. We appreciate these are difficult times for us all. And I don't know if you saw the post put on about Iceland. Their opening times are Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m, Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m, Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. Midday, OAPs only. So they're caring sharing. I think they could do more myself. I were in one of the huge local supermarkets yesterday, and, well, regardless of not being able to buy much, it was just, there was no restriction on movement. I mean, everybody were there. It were bedlam. Everybody were in there, and you wouldn't think there was an issue. So they've closed the social places down, the pubs, clubs, etc., and they're letting everybody run round Tesco's and Asda and Morrison's and all the rest of them free as a lark. Yet, in Cleckheaton, I went past the, what they're called, prescriptions, chemists. I went past the chemists. I saw 2 of them where they were queuing up outside saying 1 in, 1 out. So it's still, what's happening? But as a community, we're going to beat it. That's the thing. We're not going to let it beat us. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up on who's on. There's a lot of people on that we know. Luke's asked me, when do we reckon pubs will be open again? Well, I think they've been advised to close for a month. So I wouldn't hold your hopes up for less than that, which is sensible in a way. I mean, they did say on the news the other day that Britain is now trying to fight this virus, and the chemists and the scientists, etc., are actually looking at a vaccine, trialling a vaccine in about a month's time, which is spot on. We're leading the way again, and if that's the case, we've all to hold back. Keep safe, keep strong, and wait for this to happen. Because the idea of lockdown is that we don't spread it. It needs to slow down. Now, I'm not one for scaremongering at all, but Italy, they had their issues, and they went like that, bang, hit them big time. And now apparently our figures are jumping up, but we're doing something about it. Maybe it's too late, who knows, but we're doing something about it. So I want to hear some comments and see what you think about all these things. I think at the moment that issues we've got in Cleckheaton and surrounding areas have become really big, and when you look at this, road issues and things like that, we can cope for now. And the amount of, it's heartwarming to watch what people are doing and how they're dealing with this. it does bring a tear to your eye watching people, because you don't realise how caring people are. Now we've got 3 local councillors in the area: Kath Pinnock, John Lawson and Andrew Pinnock. Now Kath has posted on the group saying that Kirkley, somebody mentioned if Kirkley's doing anything for people. Well, she's posted on the group that they're having I don't think she said emergency meeting, but they're having a meeting pretty fast and working something out. So let's keep his ears open for that, and let's hope she comes back with something. So if you're listening, Kath, because Kath is great, you know, as she's been great as a councillor. If you're listening, keep us updated. Another great, I've got to give her a mention because she's a great councillor, a little further afield, up the hill at Gomersully, Lisa Holmes. She's a wonderful councillor. She puts anything that's happening, planning permission, anything, road closures, anything. She's very much social media savvy. So, you know, yeah, that's what we've got to do. So in that we can only talk real. We can't go any distance, can we? Bob, can you tell them that Sainsbury's are open 7:30 to 8 a.m. for the NHS people with a badge? That's Deborah Seed. Thanks, Deborah. Yeah, I've told them. Sorry, I'm reading. I don't want to. I just read a few names out. Dave Flather, Simon Johnson. Thanks for your message. Not enough done at the moment by government and the public. Well, you know, this is the old. If anybody remembers being at school and reading about the world wars, the First and Second World Wars, you know, the camaraderie was unbelievable back home, because all the men were at war and the women were taking their jobs. And, you know, I'm not saying we're going to go to that, but what I am saying is we have got that spirit out there in the community. People care, and it's about time we stood up. You know, if anything I can do, if I can do anything for anybody wants to arrange any get-togethers, groups, come to me. I'll be first to stand up and help you. I'll be there. We can work this out. Anybody come up with a good idea. Obviously, we can't get together as a group, but you know, I mean, somebody said it'd be a great idea if all ice cream men decided to sell essentials, bread, eggs, milk, etc. Come round, put your ding dong on, and you can go out and get your local. You know, I think these ideas are great. What they're coming up with. Hey up, Graham. Won't be seeing you at station for a while, mate, will I? I'm at Aylesbury Providence, Steve, my partner. Not to online shop unless they ask risk. Yeah. There's so much. Daisy Wardle has just put. I've heard the man who invented the hand sanitizer is rubbing his hands together now. Well, it's better than being miserable, isn't it? So what we're going to do, I think we should have a chat. I think once a week. I wasn't going to do this once a week, but I think it'd be good. Because we need to keep in contact. I love the posts you're putting on. You know, it's like this. Share, like, and we'll all become one big family. But you've got to share and like the posts. So this post now, this live one, share it round. Put a like on it, and we'll all become one big family. the thing I do want on clicking what's on is respect. You know, I have a strong feelings towards appropriate behaviour, i.e. language, and, you know, if it goes too far. Healthy debate is good. It's no good for us all to agree with things. So healthy debate's good. So we want that. We want somebody to say yes, somebody to say no. But I will not tolerate any swearing, you know, any bad language, any threatening, anything like that. I put a post up saying that Facebook, God bless them, you can put keywords in, and when them keywords come up on a post, it lets us know, and we can decide what we're going to do. We're not gonna block anybody for one swear word, you know, but they will be told this isn't what this group's about. This is a family. This is a happy family we want. Let's see what Dave Flathers put. NHS workers and others connected should be able to show their ID cards and be escorted to the front of the line. Also, elderly and disabled show their blue badge. That's right. Now, do you think the supermarkets are doing enough? Me personally, no. I think this might be a little bit cynical, but I think when this all started, you could call me cynical, the supermarkets decided that they would do what they do at Christmas. And that's create this panic by their stock being carefully distributed. But it's going to bite them on the backside. And that's me personally. That I'm not, you know, if I'm saying that's happened, I'm saying that's happened. I'm not saying that, you know, I think that could have happened. And now, you know, it's time Boris got together with them. These are multi-millionaire corporate businesses that can afford to help people who have put them there. And I don't think they're enough. They're doing enough. You know, Jeff Ackerman. Just watching Look North. So much for social distances. Queues of traffic people mingling with each other, and the queues for crazy people for supermarkets today. Please stay at home unless necessary. Yeah, do you know, me personally, I think what they should do, they should say at these big shops, these shops where we get essentials from, we have to use, they should say, what's your floor meterage? So for every, I don't know, 4 metre square, you're allowing 3 people, 4 people, whatever. And it all goes on your floor meterage. That way, I'm sorry we're going to have to queue, we will have to, but we go in there and we're at safe distance. We're at that metre or metre and a half distance. At the moment, I'm not being funny, there were trolleys banging into each other and people bumping into each other. You know, it's, I don't know. Dave Griffiths, good friend of mine. Think of the poor till staff who have to handle items and cash that customers also handle. Yeah, I mean, you know, you're right there, Dave. There were girls on the tills, and they were in contact with everybody, cash, cards, everybody. And it's same with the small businesses. You know, the little corner shop, the fish shop, you know, the pie shop. They're all, they will become, you know, vulnerable. It's bad enough with the NHS workers. You know, they're heroes for me. They're heroes. I can't hold my hands up any, you know, I'll hold my hands up so high for them guys. It must be heartbreaking. It'll soul destroying. It'll put some of these people in a bloody nut house, having to deal with all that. But hey, listen, we need Danny Connor for admin. So for yous, he's put me off now. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from, Dave. We don't know enough about this virus. We don't know enough about it. So at the moment, we all seem to think it's related to a flu type virus, and it's contagious. You catch it like you would flu. through contacts. So you keep your distance, but who knows? We don't know the full ins and outs about it. We're probably going to find out more about it, and we're all going to go, well, I did this, I did that. But as I said, the Brits have developed something that they're going to try and use as a vaccine, and they reckon it could be within the next month, and that's great, because good old Brits, we might be on a little island, but I tell you what, we've done some stuff, haven't we? We've put people on the map. They've all followed us. Emma Joan, it's exhausting, but I'm still smiling for us all. We can only do as we're told to, and take precautions. Yeah, Emma, she works in Fulton's. That's a good idea. Jeff, take the shopping trolleys away, limit to one basket per customer. That's a good idea, Jeff. Never thought of that. This is what we need. We need, you say, listen. As a group, clicking what's on can get things done. Individually, it never works. But as a group, we can. So somebody comes to me with an idea and says, hey, Bob, what do you think of this? And I say, okay, I'll create a post. And we get a tremendous amount of comments or likes. And what happens then is the powers that be who are watching in the corner on groups like this say, hey, there's unrest. There's unrest among the troops. We need to put a comment up. And things start moving. As soon as they put a comment up, we start things going. So as a group, we can get things done. So anything anybody wants, let's all stick together in this. We need to get through it. I mean, I personally, I've had a few texts from the doctors because I'm on the vulnerable list because I have respiratory problems with my lungs, and they're saying to me, the message were, we hope to get these equipment in. If you're in need of it, you must let us know. So they're leaving it to us to decide if we need it or not. It's because there's no doctor can turn around and say, we better let you do it. They're expecting us to do it ourselves. So we've got to be strong, stand up and do these things. There's nothing stopping us helping the old folk. If you're any old folk on the street, you don't have to be in contact with them to empty the dustbin, do you? Do it once a week instead of them coming out and emptying it. You can text them if you want, or shout over the fence, hey, leave your bin, I'll do it for you. That's the spirit that I want to create, and I think we can. Yeah. Karen, do you think one basket would be piled like a Pizza Hut salad? Yeah. So yeah, all I can say is let's lead the way and show everybody else how it's done as a community. But we've still got to think. I mean, you can't stand still. So we at the moment, in a group I'm involved with, CTEG, Cleckheaton Town Events Group, which I'm a member of, we're trying to bring something to Cleckheaton. I've said this before, 1960s Day in August. Now, rather than postpone it, I've suggested that we just move on and keep ticking over. It's not priority at the moment, but we can tick it over. So, there's a lot of things we can do online to keep it going. We've got guys out there doing pricing up things and getting stuff together and coming back to me and saying, we've got this, we've got that. And we just keep it ticking over. We can't go at the speed we wanted to. And I think that's important in life. You've got to keep doing stuff, not try and change your life, just adapt. Yeah, don't go out and buy 500 toilet rolls, because that's just stupid. And when they find this virus, who's going to be left with all these toilet rolls? You've got to think like that. Think. I said to my wife, we'd think a week ahead. So we went shopping yesterday, And I said, let's get stuff for the next week and a little bit further if we can. And we'll get stuff that's non-perishable, tins and things like that. Because who knows what's happening. A week's time, it might be different. A month's time, it might be different. We have to think, get things now and let's do it now. Let's stock up, let's lock the doors. Because you might never need that. And if we all think like that, there will be things out there for people. Yeah, Mike Jobson's put up Tesco, Cleckheaton people. When at Tesco, please keep your social distancing when queuing to pay. Yeah, there's no. I know it's not up to Tesco's themselves to say you shouldn't be close to each other, but they can enforce some kind of restriction, or Asda or Morrison's, as it were. There's other supermarkets available, but they should be. Working with the government, these big companies, the top boys at the companies, the fat cats should be working with Boris, saying, you enforce it, Boris, and we'll make sure it's done. You bring it in and we'll enforce it. But nobody seems to want to. Anyway, don't stockpile. That's my tip. Because you look foolish. At the end of the day, you won't need it. You won't need all them. What are you going to do with it? Right. So yes, as I was saying, the 1960s, we're moving forward with it. It's going to be a day of celebrating the 1960s. It's going to be great, honest. We're going to have a stage there with bands all day long. Outside, we're going to get a fairground attraction, a family area, and we're going to have a 60s village, all in the centre of Cleckheaton. And we're going to make it work. And hopefully, if we're through this by then, wow, we can celebrate like Jubilee, can't we? What a celebration it'll be when we all come through this. We're going to be celebrating like mad, aren't they? And that's you should look at. That's what you have to look forward to. So, yeah, if you want to get involved, you can all go online. We've got a Seedteg Facebook group, which is Cleckheaton Town Events Group. If you just put Cleckheaton Town Events, it'll come up. You can go on there, you can join. You can ask them a question. If you'd like to donate anything or get involved in any way, a sponsorship, etc., there's people there who will happily speak to you, and, it'll be great because it'll help it all move on. So that's not postponed or cancelled at the moment. That is moving forward slowly. And that's, like I said, we all have to do, is slow down a little bit, move forward. Hopefully Kath Pinnock, John Lawson, Andrew Pinnock, and with a bit of luck, Tracy Brabbin, could all keep us updated. If you're listening, please keep us updated. As soon as you hear anything, tell us, because we need to know. It's important. People are wondering why. So what I'm going to do, let me just read another comment out. I went to Tesco's today at 3:45 and I got cheese, milk, bread and a full chicken bird. So it looks like we are doing great again, even though there was no booze left. Not surprised with all pubs shut in Cleck. There you go. There you go. That's positive, Mike. You can eat well. Might not be able to drink much, but you can. Well, it's forward thinking. Andrew Jackson wants to do a shout out to Kyle Heath. Is it Sian Heath and Liam Heath? Hi Darren, how we doing? Yeah, so I'm going to give some goodies away. I'm going to get some stuff printed out where you can all have a little bit of a competition and see how it goes. It keeps us all busy in these times. I'm not going to say what, but there'll be some goodies given away. So we need to keep in touch online. Also, I'm looking at doing a Cleckheaton video podcast where I will be interviewing professionally, with cameras, etc. Local residents, local businesses, local characters, anybody who's got a story to tell. Give me a shout. I'll come along and we'll have a chat, and we'll put it on our podcast. I'm keeping moving forward with that, so hopefully that's going to happen. There was talk of a Cleckheaton radio. There used to be Cleckheaton radio, Cleckheaton Online radio, core radio, but unfortunately it's folded. So there's no reason why we couldn't start another one between us. I was looking at a talk radio. So, that where local residents can keep in touch, you can tune in. I think that'd be a great idea. So anybody's got any ideas, come to me and we'll have a talk, and we can do all sorts of things, can't we? So yeah, I don't know what else we've got, to be honest. Let's just hope everything moves forward. I hope you've all had a happy Mother's Day. You've all been spoilt ladies. If you haven't, send them to me, I'll tell them. Yep, mothers need looking after. It's her day today. Even though you can't see them, you can look after them. You can't go see them, you can look after them. So, have we got any? Let me have a look, see any more comments, so we can. Because I think I've missed loads with waffling on. Can I have a look down this one? I don't know. Oh, I can. Yeah. Right. Oh, let's have a look. Yeah. So we're going to look after. We're going to look after each other. We're going to look after the old folk, the vulnerable folk. That's another friend of mine who started up. I'll just give him a mention. Piers Cleckheaton. He's the mental health guy, the guy to go to who has the positivity and the help for people who are lonely and in need and desperate. Give Piers. He's got a Let's Talk page. Go and see him. He has regular meetings for ladies and men, and I can't thank him enough for what he's brought to Cleckheaton. It's great Piers, and he's helping us with our CTEG, the 1960s event. He's jumped on board with that. So yeah, let me just have a look. I think we've had a good chat tonight, haven't we? Oh dear. Don't worry, folks. I haven't the infection yet, hopefully. Yeah. So I think we'll call it a day today, and I'll come on next week and we'll have a chat and see what updates we've got. So now the supermarkets, they are jumping on board now. They are thinking about it. There's plenty of takeaway foods. There's pubs doing it. And the takeaway shops are all there for us. As far as getting stock in the supermarkets, they should sort that out in the next few weeks, surely. It can't take forever to keep like this, They must. They've got to do something, and not put your prices up. That's another one. Be careful, folks. Am I being cynical again? Right. I'd like to thank you all for coming on. Press the share. Press the like. Thanks for the post, guys. You've been great, all of you. Love you all to bits, every one of you. And I'll keep trying to cheer you up if I can, because I'm positive. Don't do negativity. I'm a positive person. And we'll get through this. It's heartwarming looking at what people are doing. So stay safe. Yep. Spread the love. Keep smiling. Love you all. Bye.